Now, this kind of transition that I've done with Kara's vocals, I've done in a couple of other elements as well for the exact same reason. So you can hear I've done it, you can see here I've done it with the piano a lot. If we start turning some of these effects on, first we've got the EQ, which I'm just taking out a lot of the low end on the piano and then boosting the high end to make it a bit brighter. Reverb. See, that reverb's not doing anything, but if we look here, well, you can see it here. It comes in on the build. So it kind of washes out with reverb. And that is so that the contrast between the build and the drop is bigger. And I've done that with high pass frequency. I've also done it with low pass frequency a bit. So I roll off a bit of the top end and the lower end. So when it comes in after the drop, it's full frequencies. Let's put them on. And then the impact's just much bigger. And if you do that with every element, if you make these little moves of automating some of your effects, then you can create really real movement in your track and make it just sound, you know, like the drops are hitting harder. See, it sounds a bit weird with the, because I haven't turned the bass effects on yet, but if we see here, it's exactly the same thing. You know, this isn't complex. It's just a filter that filters out the high frequencies and takes them down. And the utility as well, just automating the gain. Now, I always automate gain using a utility plugin, because if you do it using the channel levels, if you want to then change the channel level at any point later in the mixing process, you're going to lose the automation that you've done. So always automate gain either in the plugin or with a utility plugin or the equivalent plugin in your DAW. So it's lowering the bassline volume and taking down the high frequencies. So I'm just going to go through and turn all of these effects on that I had done before. Same with the kick as well. Let's see. We've got the low pass. I've actually automated that coming on and off. So you can hear the kick is still playing. That's with it off. And the volume as well. And it's just to add more movement in, you know, a genre that could be repetitive if you didn't have all of these interesting moves. Just make it dynamic and flow. So we've got that on the kicks. What have we got on the drums? Drums, we don't have any automation, but it's certainly something you can do. In fact, I'll show you something we could do. That's why we don't have any automation, because the drums aren't actually playing in the big build there. See, I've got a separate track for my snare rolls here, and that is so it's easy to do a pitch bend. So you can see I've just automated a pitch bend.